It's mad what those dwarves will do just to get hold of the gloomstones.
How so? Dwarfs are pretty well known for digging into mountains, and also for mining.
I hope I'm not going to dig my own grave with this. A shovel. Looks like it's seen better days.
We are now entering a maze-like area, although it's pretty impossible to get lost. Even though we have tunnels leading off into different directions, there aren't actually many rooms. And you can also see there are tracks leading off as well. We could just follow them back to this area.
I can't switch the points without a lever.
We can use this shovel as a lever, but it's pretty pointless right now.
A pickaxe always comes in handy. A pickaxe, like the ones dwarves use for digging through rocks. Seems to be a dead end. I guess they usually have their breaks here. There's a gloomstone in this wall. That was easier than I thought.
Ah yes, how could we miss this glowing ball of heat?
Ouch! That's hot. I hope it's not going to burn a hole in my pocket. A heat gloomstone. Louis uses a range of these for cooking at different temperatures. The machine doesn't work. I think I need a heat gloomstone to drive the steam unit. Nothing's happening. I think the machine must be running before this thing will move. The machine is working, but it can't be used on the walls here.
If we had turned the switch, then this drilling machine would have just trundled back to its starting point. Let's follow it down the tracks. Now, you may be forgiven for thinking that this drilling machine went down this track here, seeing as that's the way it is actually heading. But no, it goes down this tunnel here. Actually, it's going to save some time if I turn the switch now.
Let's see.
Otherwise, it will somehow veer back up to the middle tunnel. And I believe this tunnel here is a shortcut to where we found the drilling machine.
The rock here seems to be softer. More sand. I could try it here. Doesn't seem to work.
I believe that this is meant to be some sort of red herring, as we just need to turn the machine back on again.
If there's really supposed to be a hidden cavity in this cave, it definitely isn't here.
And if you look closely, there is a matchbox hiding behind these rocks.
There is always some use for matches.
This is quite sneaky if you ask me.
A matchbox. Dwarves don't like gas lighters.
Okay, let's send this drill back down to the other passageway now.
Doesn't seem to work.
It might help if I use the correct lever.
I could always try here. The wall is thicker than I thought. The wall is thinner than I thought. Wow, that's crazy.
And this is the last room to see in this mine. There isn't much we can actually do right now. But this is where we need to put the keystones in.
Let's try another combination.
Aha, a puzzle.
That thing looks fascinating.
We will return here later on once we have all of these keystones. For now, let's head back out and get some fresh air. Usually when I make small errors I like to re-record, but I've had a lot of issues trying to record this segment this past 45 minutes. So I think I'm ready for this part of the game to be over with. So any small errors, I don't mind leaving in. And that wasn't intentional. Alright. I'm just trying to remember where we are. Yasmin went running off before we went into the mine, so let's try and find her.
You can literally feel the magic in the air.
And this is another area where the game could really use some hints, as Yasmin is up in this tree but there are no visual clues whatsoever. Okay, there was a slight visual clue, but still.
Please be sensible. We need those stones. The fate of the world depends on them.
Oh, that's what they all say.
Although leaves shaking in a forest isn't much of a clue for this one.
I saved you. Do it for me.
Never, ever.
Well, do it for your own people then.
Forget it.
I'll get you down from there. Don't kid yourself.
Never.
I'd better come up with another idea.
This other idea involves burning down the forest, pretty much.
I'll smoke you out.
Just you try.
Yasmin, I'll set fire to the straw now.
Bastard. Put it out. I'll give you the stones.
But you've already given us the stones.
She drilled holes in it. I still cannot believe Yasmin drilled holes into the holy stones.
At least we have them. Oh. Yeah, maybe I should put these out.
Everything all right?
Go away.
I wasn't sure whether I could walk away from this, but I thought I should probably put it out, as I didn't want to lock anything out of the game. As you can see, it's a bit of a chore navigating around this world map, so I don't want to return here later on when something hasn't triggered. Now we need to head back into the mine. But before we do, let's take a close look at this stone floor.
This pattern reminds me of the console in the Crystal Cave.
Although the colours aren't exactly clear. We have a red one right here, but there's also a yellow stone on the floor. I believe these colours are meant to be a little bit more deeper. Alright, time to make the long journey back. you can probably see why I want this segment to be over with. We are now over 15 minutes into this video. And all I've done is push a cart around a couple of times.
I took them apart. At least I can put them in that way.
Yeah, good luck with this puzzle. As you can see, each stone is a different colour, and we need to enter them into this artifact in the correct order. Thankfully, I know the correct order. Well, I think that I do. Now, I believe the stones were red, light blue, purple, yellow, pink, and then green. Good luck with this one if you are colourblind.
I can feel it in my bones. It's worked. Mission accomplished. That'll get me into the history books. Yeah, I am the greatest. Where am I?
In Concordia, in my house.
Hello?
Who are you?
My name is Cynthia. I have been nursing you for a few weeks.
How did I get here? How long have I been unconscious?
I found you near our village. You were lying under the trees, barely alive. It's been nearly 2 weeks.
But what happened?
The world lies in darkness. All the cities have been destroyed. My village is deserted, and all the stones have lost their power. We don't know what's happening. You were the only ray of light for me during this terrible time. You seem so heroic.
Cynthia, I think all of this is my fault.
But why?
I made a big mistake. But I'll make amends. Thank you for nursing me. That was very kind of you.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I've been on my own for a long time.
I haven't got time to stay here any longer. They smell lovely.
I picked them for you, in case you'd wake up.
That was very thoughtful of you.
Yes, very romantic. The fire, it crackles in the air.
There's nothing like relaxing in front of an open fire with good company. Don't you think?
Nice bed. Do you live on your own?
Yes. I sleep alone in this huge bed.
Looks very inviting.
Thank you.
Cynthia's belongings. Looks very inviting.
Thank you.
What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? Are you alone?
Not alone, but lonely.
If you are under the age of 18, you may want to look away for a minute.
There's not much spare time left for oneself in such a situation, is there?
I'd find the time.
There's not much spare time left for oneself in such a situation, is there?
I'd find the time.
Can I have a try?
Of course. Go ahead.
Very comfortable.
Yes, I think so too.
Alright, let's get out of here.
I'll be back.
I hope so.
Locked. The village seems almost completely deserted. Hello? Echo? Hello? Rodrigo? Well, at least the echo's still here. Hello? Echo? Hello? Rodrigo? Well, at least the echo's still here.
Okay, that sounds a bit strange.
Locked. The inhabitants probably fled.
We are not too far from our dragon friend. Let's go and speak to them. And see if they have any advice for us.
Something terrible has happened.
Obviously.
Oh. Thank you for that.
What can we do?
I know the geysers of this world. When I was younger, about 1,000 years ago, I remember there was a similar period.
What happened?
Do you really want to hear? It's a long story.
I've got nothing else to do. What with this weather?
Before the beginning of the age, before this age, there were 7 men who mastered the old magic. Humans and dwarfs alike used to call them gods. They carefully adjusted the fate of the world when things weren't good. But in the course of time, they became hungry for power and began to spread a veil of darkness over Tall Andar. One of them, though, Magophius was his name, I think, remained true to his principles and developed a cunning plan with the aim to stop them. He locked them all up and disappeared. That's all I know.
Oh, was that it? When he said a long story, I was expecting more.
He locked them up.
I guess parts of the legend have to be seen metaphorically.
Well, darkness prevails once again.
It'll be all right, I'm sure.
Right, we need to head back to the hut. This is one of those weird triggers. We've spoken to the dragon. But now we need to return here.
This fountain reminds me of my childhood dreams. This fountain reminds me of my childhood dreams.
Okay, so the description has changed. There it is. I'm not sure why we had to return to the hut and then back here again. I mean, this should have been here when we got here just before now.
I can't believe it. My gold pouch was washed out. It's good to have some cash in my pocket at last.
And now we return to the hut again. And we use this as a wishing well.
Do I have a wish? Man, with that amount of gold, you can wish for anything you want. I feel like I'm in a dream. What choices have I got then? After your shenanigans? Do you want to make amends? Can you lift this darkness? No. You'll have to do it yourself. But I can help you. What do I have to do? Fly to that old fogey Megophius. He had himself pickled on his island outside the Warnian Ring of Fog. And how do I get there? None of the Gloomstones work anymore. Make use of your friendship with the dragons and fly with them out of the darkness towards the sun. And remember the old legends. Only the rising years, not the liars, storytellers or idiots, can conquer evil. Pretty pompous, but never mind. What do I have to do? Fly to that old fogey Megophius. He had himself pickled on his island outside the Warnian Ring of Fog.
Alright, so let's head back to the gorge again.